Welcome to the AdExpert Podcast. So, everything you thought you knew about getting your website to page one of Google, it's basically obsolete.
Yeah. I mean, it really is.
Because we're no longer optimizing just for clicks anymore. We're actually optimizing to be cited by the machine.
Exactly. And that is just the reality of 2026 search. Like, search engines are no longer functioning as these basic directories.
Right. They aren't just handing you a list of links to go read.
No, not at all. They've evolved into synthesis engines. And, if a business isn't actively adapting to how these large language models, these AI systems, extract information,
They're going to disappear.
completely invisible.
Yeah. So we really need to break down the mechanics of this. Because for, over 2 decades, the golden rule of the internet was incredibly straightforward.
Right. Climb to page one, get the click.
Exactly. You write a compelling meta description, the user clicks your link, and then you pitch them your product once they land on your site.
That architecture has totally mutated.
Yeah. So today's deep dive is all about this massive shift, and we're pulling our insights directly from AdExpert, which is a Los Angeles-based online marketing and web development agency. They've got over a decade of experience navigating this stuff.
And it's crucial experience right now, because the AI is now deciding which brands get cited in the results. It's completely bypassing those traditional ranking metrics.
So before we get into the tactical fixes, like what you actually do to your website, let's talk about the shift itself, from links to citations.
Right. Well, to understand this shift, we have to look at the difference between traditional lexical search and what we have now.
Which is semantic search, right, powered by generative AI.
Exactly. Historically, lexical search was just keyword matching. You type in, say, best running shoes, and the engine just looks for pages that say best running shoes the most times.
Right, and whichever page had the most links backing it up won.
Yep. But today, when a user asks Google's AI overview or, a chatbot a question, the system is performing something called retrieval augmented generation, or RAG.
RG. Okay, so what does that actually mean for the user?
It means it's trying to understand the entity, like the actual meaning and relationship behind the words. And it wants to formulate a definitive answer natively on the results page.
So it doesn't want to send the user away to another site.
Exactly. It pulls standalone facts from structured data all across the web, and it synthesizes a single comprehensive answer right at the top.
Which leads to this massive downstream effect because, these AI-generated summaries are actually really functional.
They're incredibly useful.
Right, so users don't need to click through to the individual websites listed below them nearly as often. I mean, the organic real estate that businesses used to fight for is just shrinking dramatically.
It's shrinking, and as a direct result, paid search costs have skyrocketed.
Oh, because advertisers are panicking over the lost organic traffic?
Exactly. They're panicking and bidding up whatever inventory's left. The core currency of the internet has just fundamentally changed.
So you aren't just competing for a click from a human anymore.
No. You're competing to be the trusted source material that the AI relies on to build its answer.
It's like being directly quoted in a news article versus just, being listed at the back in a bibliography.
That's a perfect way to put it.
But wait, if I'm a business owner listening to this, I have to ask, if the AI is just going to scan my page, extract my answer, and put it at the very top where the user reads it without ever visiting my site.
Yeah, the zero-click fear.
Right. Why would I even want to provide a good answer? Aren't I just volunteering to feed the machine that's cannibalizing my traffic?
It's a totally valid fear I hear all the time. But the alternative is honestly far worse.
How so?
Well, if you withhold the clear answer, the AI doesn't just give up and send the user to your site anyway. It just bypasses you completely.
Oh, and it grabs the answer from your competitor's site instead?
Exactly. So your competitor gets cited as the authoritative source right there in the AI overview. Their brand name is front and center.
And you're just relegated to page 2, getting zero visibility.
Exactly. Plus, when you are the cited entity, the quality of the traffic that does click through changes entirely. We'll definitely touch on that when we talk about analytics later.
Okay, that makes sense. It's essentially a game of chicken with the algorithm, and the algorithm always wins.
It always wins.
But wait, so if AI is just reading and summarizing everything based on semantics, does that mean traditional SEO is completely dead? Like backlinks and site speed?
No. That's a super dangerous misconception, actually. Traditional SEO is definitely not dead.
Okay, good to know. So what is its role now?
Its role has just shifted. It used to be the finish line, but now it's just the entry ticket. You still absolutely need fast-loading pages, clean code, and, authoritative backlinks.
Because those act as the foundational trust signals.
Exactly. Earning high-quality backlinks the right way still massively outperforms taking those risky, spammy shortcuts.
Right, those will still get you an algorithmic penalty?
Oh, 100%. Because in a world drowning in synthetic AI-generated fluff, the search engine still needs a mathematical way to verify that a domain is actually legitimate.
So the foundation is the same, but the structure we build on top of it has to change.
Precisely. The real difference is what happens after your page ranks as a trusted source.
Okay, so let's get into segment 2 here. Structuring for the machine. What happens after you rank?
Well, the AI evaluates your content to see if it can efficiently extract a clear answer. If your answer is buried under, 3 paragraphs of conversational fluff.
Or if it's too vague to quote directly.
Right. The AI will just abandon your page. It'll pull the data from a lower-ranking competitor who formatted their answer cleanly.
So how do we actually structure our content so the AI picks us? Because, AI systems don't read a page top to bottom like a human reading a novel.
No, they don't. They look for individual paragraphs and standalone facts. Large language models predict tokens based on proximity and mathematical weights.
Meaning words that are close together are strongly related.
Exactly. So when you write a long, winding introduction before getting to the point, you're diluting that connection. You're forcing the AI to guess what you mean.
And vague introductions are terrible for that. Direct answers perform best.
Right. AI models penalize ambiguity. They want certainty.
Let me share this specific example from the AdExpert methodology because I think this really grounds it. Picture 2 plumbers here in Los Angeles.
Okay, great example.
The first plumber writes this generic, rambling page about pipe repair, just going on about the history of pipes in Southern California, and eventually they just say their services are fast and affordable.
Which to an AI means absolutely nothing.
Exactly. But the second plumber instantly states the specific cost of a local slab leak repair, right in the first 2 sentences. They say the average cost of a residential slab leak repair in Los Angeles starts at $2,500 with a turnaround time of 48 hours.
And the AI favors that second page every single time.
Because it's a complete, concrete, citable answer.
Specificity wins. You have to replace vague claims like fast and affordable with concrete numbers. Starting prices, exact turnaround times, warranty lengths.
And mechanically, this means keeping our sentences short, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Subject, verb, object. If you have too many clauses, the AI's self-attention mechanism gets confused trying to figure out which words relate to each other. Keep it direct.
And we also need to talk about the technical signals, like schema markup on local and service pages.
Oh, schema is huge now. The old crawler used schema just to categorize a page, but AI uses it to mathematically validate the facts.
So if your text says you're open 24 hours, but your schema says 9 to 5?
The AI flags a contradiction, and your trust score tanks. Your descriptive headings, your schema, and your internal links all have to align perfectly.
Right. And speaking of internal links, the sources point out you can't just have a disconnected list of links at the bottom of the page anymore.
No, they must be placed naturally within sentences. The anchor text and surrounding words give the AI the context it needs.
Okay, I have to jump in and ask this on behalf of the listener, because if I have a massive website with hundreds of pages, do I have to delete everything and rewrite my whole site overnight to survive this?
No. Thankfully, you don't, and that's really important to know.
Oh, thank goodness. So what's the play?
The strategy is to start with pages that already rank well. Those pages already have the trust signals.
So you just go in and make small structural edits.
Exactly. Add a direct answer at the top of a section. Add a clear bulleted list. Modifying a proven page beats publishing brand new content from scratch every time.
That makes total sense. But moving into segment 3 here, if search engines are just machines looking for structured data, isn't it tempting to just use AI to write all our content?
It's incredibly tempting.
Yeah.
And it is a massive trap.
Right, because raw AI-generated content often reads so generically, it just lacks those specific trust-building details.
It does. LLMs just predict the most mathematically average next word. So if you rely on raw AI, your website will sound like the blandest average of the whole internet.
Not to mention, AI can make confident-sounding but completely wrong claims, hallucinations.
Which destroys trust. If you publish wrong pricing or incorrect local building codes, you're ruining your brand's reputation. It absolutely requires human editing.
Real local context, original data, and strict fact-checking,
Always.
which perfectly introduces AdExpert's philosophy. They were founded by Sam Ashrafi alongside SEO expert Ehsan Nabavati.
Right. They have a fantastic approach.
Yeah, they leverage AI for the heavy lifting, customer targeting, personalized campaigns, advanced analytics, but they rely on a heavily data-driven human approach for the actual strategy.
Because they use past data and competitor analysis to tailor everything specifically for the Los Angeles digital marketing landscape. Local context is everything.
It really is. It's like using AI tools is like having a lightning-fast sous chef chopping vegetables.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Right. Like they speed up the workflow incredibly, but you still absolutely need the human head chef's judgment to actually taste the food and make sure the recipe works for the locals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Local businesses that adapt early to this blend gain visibility way before their competitors catch up. You have to write for real customer questions, not just chase generic keyword volume.
Which brings us to measuring success and making the fixes. Because if we're writing specifically for AI overviews, how do we actually know if our strategy is working?
It's tough because the old metrics don't paint the full picture anymore. Standard analytics dashboards often completely miss how often a brand appears inside AI-generated answers.
Right, because of that zero-click behavior we talked about.
Exactly. But here's the fascinating part. Industry research shows that visitors who do click through from generative AI, they browse more pages per visit.
And they leave less often, right?
Yes. Their bounce rates drop significantly. It signals high, genuine buying interest because the AI overview already did the research for them.
So by the time they click, they're ready to buy.
Exactly.
So we want that traffic. What are the immediate mistakes businesses need to avoid to make sure they get it?
Publishing unedited AI content is number one. Burying answers under long intros. Ignoring schema markup.
And leaving outdated prices or dates on old posts?
Oh, that's a silent killer. LLMs crave current facts. If your data is old, they won't cite it. Also, writing long, unbroken pages of text, break it up.
This is a lot to manage, which is why having an agency partner is so crucial. AdExpert provides this precise, data-driven copywriting designed specifically for these new algorithm requirements.
They really cover the whole spectrum.
They do. Google Ads Management, website and local SEO, social media, SEO content creation, and WordPress and Shopify web development.
And they serve a really wide local area, too.
Yeah, if you're in Woodland Hills, Calabasas, Winnetka, Tarzana, Encino, Sherman Oaks, West Hills, Reseda, Burbank, or Van Nuys, they've got you covered.
Because they understand the local entity data required to rank in those specific neighborhoods.
But let me ask you this on behalf of our listeners. If someone makes these fixes, what should they expect timeline-wise? Is this an overnight fix?
Well, it's not overnight, but fixing just one or two structural issues on high-traffic pages can produce noticeable improvements within weeks.
Just weeks? That's really fast for SEO.
It is, but there's a catch. AI platforms regularly update their models. So a page that earns a citation today might need a quick factual update next quarter just to keep its spot.
So you can't just set it and forget it.
No. Live tracking and real-time insights, which AdExpert specializes in, by the way, are crucial to staying ahead.
Wow. Okay, let's summarize all this. Winning in 2026 basically means blending traditional SEO fundamentals with crystal clear, AI-ready structures that directly answer user questions with concrete facts.
That is the formula.
And to help you put these techniques into practice, AdExpert offers a free AI readiness review of your content and a free consultation.
It's a great place to start.
So if you want to reach out to their Woodland Hills office, you can call them at 310-686-5354.
And they have a dedicated line for the SEO consultation, too.
Right. That SEO consultation number is 323-800-8345. Again, that's 310-686-5354 for the office and 323-800-8345 for the SEO line.
Highly recommend giving them a call. But before we go, I want to leave everyone with one final thought to ponder.
Go for it.
We've been talking about how AI systems synthesize facts to answer the questions your customers are asking today.
Right.
But what happens when AI models become predictive enough to answer your customer's next question before they even type it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How will you structure your business's knowledge to be ready for the questions they haven't even thought of yet?
That is wild to think about. It completely redefines the customer journey. You definitely don't want to be left behind on that.
Oh.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the future of search. We'll catch you next time.